So are we still calling it conscious community? Because we know that everyone is a conscious, everyone's aware. So if we're saying these specific people or this community is aware of a certain thing, then we need to call it what it is, don't you think? So there's minimum confusion. Conscious community, if you say, oh, well, we're just conscious, more conscious than the other people, that's implying that you're superior and you're not. So when we call it what it is, we're just saying that these people are aware of the programming, are wanting change, and are honoring that awareness. So when it comes to this, I wanted to know, like, has anyone else um, became more aware, but then have more triggers? Like, I don't like I have triggers like even online like when I'm watching people I'm like it gives me the ick to hear people speak about certain things, especially men. And I'm being aware of that. I'm doing my reflective work, right? But I just wonder like there's triggers that I didn't have before that I overcame, but today I have triggers that I never had before. And I'm actively working on that because I don't feel that even if somebody's speaking and they're not speaking to my intellectual standard, that doesn't mean that I have to feel any type of way about them. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about them. It's just me. It's just like, ugh, I don't want to be around this. And I know a lot of times in the spiritual community, we're like, oh, um, if that triggers you, go into it, figure out why it triggers you, see how you could be able to not let it affect you. That's one way to do it, and I've been doing that, and that's kind of like a lifestyle for me. However, there's a certain point where it's not about reflection work. It's about honoring yourself. It's about why the fuck would I put myself around you when you're not speaking to me? Like, who is you? You're not talking to me. You're talking to somebody else that wants to hear that bullshit. So, I mean, okay, let me say this. A lot of the times we're like, okay, this triggers me. That doesn't mean that has nothing to do with that person. It has everything to do with me. I need to work on myself and make sure that I'm not triggered by you in my reality. What if it's just this? That's part one. And part two is don't put yourself around people that you don't fucking respect to that level. Like, you can have basic respect for humans, but like what you're saying, the shit you're kicking, the stuff you're talking about, it's not nothing to do with me. So, um, sometimes those triggers are signs that you may not need to be around certain people. Sometimes those triggers are signs that you need to grow. And I will tell you right now, show you how aware I am, even in this, the growth, because you could still have growth and choose not to be around certain people, right? Even in this, the growth is when I scroll and I see a man presenting himself in a certain way where they're like, this is my information and you should think like this because this is the truth, right? And what they're saying is illogical. I mean, even if it's logical, it's not true. It's just simply not true. It's just simply your perspective, right? I have to respect that. So I respect it's your perspective. Even though from my perspective, it's not true. And I don't like to say I hold ultimate truth, right? But I hold a point of view that gets to the bottom of shit. Okay? So we're not going to sit around going here and there and everywhere and try to tell a story about some shit. We're going to get to the basics of what it is. And then from there, we'll move forward. So it's just, I don't know if other people are feeling like that. And it's also that feeling of you can't relate to no one. And um, that feeling of just intellectually lonely. Like, ew. I wouldn't even want to have a conversation with a lot of these ignorant people online, right? Which, another part of accountability, responsibility for me in this would be, first of all, block, delete. I don't never block and delete. Um, And second of all, it's like start surrounding yourself with, just people you can respect more. So, why would I sit here and surround myself with people I don't respect that's triggering me? Not triggering me because of my any insecurities. It's triggering me because it's just bullshit, and I don't want to, have my reality. I don't want to be in that fucking reality. I don't want you in my reality. It's bullshit. Thanks for reminding me, but you're not about to stay in my reality. You know what I'm saying? So it's like part of it is this, and part of it is holding boundaries for yourself. So yeah, I just want to say that. See if anybody understands what I'm saying. I know I have a different way of articulating, but possibly you can get some of the things I just said and tell me what you think.